EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First play, here's Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Vikings need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And Mostert going to pick up the Dolphins' 1st down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings.
Here's Mostert. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their...
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. Now a 2nd and 6.
Hey, come on, two. Come on, two.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, Mostert. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Mostert. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Come on, three.
A
Come on,
gain
three.
of
Kick.
4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Achane. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
A gain of 4 yards. He was brought down at the 10-yard line. First down and goal to go.
Here's Mostert. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 105 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. White, white.
Play fake. Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, receiver. Through.
They go play action. Cousins finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they started some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now Tua. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
20 TX.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he'll be brought down very close to the spot he needed. And it's going to wind up being enough. Maybe by less than a football, but a conversion nonetheless on 4th and 3. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 2. Brings up
Tua going to throw.
at the 32-yard line.
And going deep for Hill. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
The 34-yard line.
Give left side here for Nwangu. There's the stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
First down, Minnesota.
Cousins now from the 50. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
The tackle there at the 47-yard line.
Now a give running left is Nwangu. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 3rd and 5. On the give is Nwangu. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Cousins. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A run with Mostert up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 49 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders, the kickoff for Miami.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Harrison Phillips on the stop.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That good for 19 and a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Here comes 2nd down. Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a gain of 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And going deep for Hill.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that